the Horn live at Super Bowl 56 Radio Row in Los Angeles. Stu Myrick anchoring the coverage here from the Los Angeles Convention Center as we get started on a Thursday. And what a way to get started. My guests at this time are involved in Special Olympics, and it's such a great organization. What a neat deal there with the Special Olympics. Let's start first with our Special Olympics athlete. He is Justin Hunsinger. He will be participating. He's participating in basketball, soccer, and softball. Justin, how are you this morning?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me on today.
I appreciate it. I'm doing well. And then joining him, because we got to bring in the power of positivity. He is a former Intercontinental champion, former multiple-time tag team champion, WWE, and a former WWE champion. And he rocks it with the New Day. It is Big E. Big E. What's up, my friend?
Not too much, man. Thanks for having me.
Man, it's good to see you. All right, Justin, let's start with you. You were telling me before we went on the air that you are, like I say, you basketball, soccer, and softball. And I get to cover the Austin FC matches, the Major League Soccer team in Austin. And that is a sport that is nonstop. It's 90 minutes plus extra time and all that good stuff. But during that 90 minutes, you are moving constantly. I mean, I got to imagine your cardio is really up there.
Yeah, during the off season, I'm doing a lot of weathering and abs working out, so that by season time, I'm ready. I'm in tip top shape.
Right.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of strength and condition to be able to be on the field that for so long, you know.
Oh yeah, I imagine. Yeah, absolutely. And then you're also in basketball. We're in the thick of basketball season. I assume you have a favorite NBA team.
My favorite team's the Wizards, but my second favorite team is the Golden State Warriors.
Okay. All right. So you cover both coasts. I get that. That's good. That's good. What position in basketball do you usually play?
I'm a shooting guard.
Shooting guard.
I can play point if they need me to, but I'm generally, my main position on my team is shooting guard.
Man, that's crazy. That's awesome. I mean, and that's one of those. That's kind of the glory position in basketball if you think about it. So you get the ball quite a bit. I know. And then on top of that, you play softball. In softball, what's your position in softball?
I'm the starting third baseman and backup pitcher.
Okay, so third base. So you got a lot of plays there on third base because someone might hit and especially if a runner's at second, they're going to try to go for home and you need to get them out before they get to third. But that's a very it's an interesting position to play. And then you say your backup pitcher or catcher?
Pitcher.
Pitcher. Okay. So you can hurl it too. That's awesome. That's awesome. And you were telling me the softball team is heading to the Special Olympics USA games in Orlando. Is that right?
That's right.
That's awesome. I mean, Orlando is such a great spot, great city there. And I know that that event is going to be so huge. It's going to be, and you said might get some coverage on ESPN.
There is a chance. Well, ESPN covers certain sports at USA games. There is a chance that my softball team might get on ESPN.
That would be awesome. Be on the worldwide leader there. I love it. Big E, talk about WWE's been a partner with Special Olympics for so long. Talk about how important it is for WWE to have that synergy with Special Olympics. All the things that you guys do to promote Special Olympics and be a part of this organization.
Oh, it's big. And we're also, let's not forget, we're the presenting partner for this year's USA Games for the powerlifting portion. And as a powerlifter myself, a former powerlifter, I think that's pretty cool. But just the fact, I think movement and being able to play and to be involved in team sports is so essential for all people, young, old. But it's been a real blessing for us to be involved with Special Olympics, and the energy, the enthusiasm that they have in being able just to be present and to learn from so many athletes like Justin, and to be involved has been a real blessing. So it's been a partnership that has been really incredible for us, and something that we hopefully are involved in for many more years to come.
Yeah, and I know a lot of the WWE superstars will be, are involved in the games, whether it's the USA Games or even the World Games. And I know that's got to be rewarding to you and to your fellow superstars. Be out there to support these athletes.
Oh yeah, man. It's oftentimes it's I've done things in the past where maybe we're just handing off water or whatever it is that we can to support these athletes. Seeing them go out there and compete on a regular basis is really incredible. So it's really, like I said, it's been a blessing for us to be involved with Special Olympics, and hopefully that partnership just continues to bloom.
I hope so too. You guys do a fantastic job, and of course you can follow Special Olympics on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at Special Olympics and at Special Olympics USA Games. Use the hashtags Inclusive Health, Choose to Include, Shine a Zone, and WWE Community. Just a great effort there. I'm with the NFL Alumni Austin chapter, and we're having a bowling event in about a week and a half to benefit Special Olympics. So I feel you. It's a great organization to be partnered with. Big E, let's talk for a bit about WWE. You have recently gone back to the SmackDown brand, rejoining your New Day brothers, King Woods and Kofi. I gotta imagine that's got to be a nice little reunion to have the New Day together again.
Yeah, the nice thing is we kind of went our separate ways, and with Woods being King of the Ring, Kofi had his WWE title run a couple years ago. I had mine this past year, but man, those guys are always, those are the brothers. That's family, and the opportunity for us to get back to be together is something that I treasure. That's I don't think in our industry, and in an industry that is in many ways very selfish. It's about promoting yourself. It's about getting yourself over. But the fact that I was able to find a group of men with Kofi and with Woods, who we just clicked immediately. And the fact, man, we're over 7 years in, almost 8 years into this run, and we're still going. So we're extremely blessed, and I'm thankful for those two.
I know, and that's something. That's one of the things you hear. Look, in pro wrestling, sports entertainment, you always hear about, when they're going to break up. You've got to break them up, and you guys. Like you said, 7-8 years in, you are still at the top of your game. Again, multiple time tag team champions. That's and I'm sure it's going to happen again soon. You got to get those belts off those stinking Usos. But you guys have been on top of your game, and you've been together, and it is a rarity. You don't see a lot. You don't see a lot of tag teams stick around. You got your Rock and Roll Express that have been doing this forever and ever and ever. And you got, other teams, but you guys, and you can see it on screen that it's not just there for storyline or for TV. You guys legitimately love each other and want to do well with each other.
No, yeah, of course, man. And honestly, one of my greatest joys in my career was to see Kofi become a world champion. And, the fact that we very much root for each other, and the fact that he got to do it at WrestleMania is incredible. And speaking of WrestleMania, it's right around the corner, April 2nd, April 3rd. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention at that Jerry World, AT&T Stadium, just one of the most beautiful buildings you'll ever encounter.
It is, of course, home of the Dallas Cowboys. The Horn, your home in Austin for the Dallas Cowboys. But yeah, AT&T Stadium, Arlington. What a great venue. And you were, y'all were part of the first WrestleMania there in 2016. So I got to imagine you are excited to get back to Jerry World. Something I want to ask you, because I've asked some of the other superstars, wrestling in a stadium like that, because a match, relies on the fan reactions. You're the flow of the match. Well, it's, I got to imagine it's a little hard to get that reaction because the sound kind of dissipates because you're in that giant venue. Talk for a second just about wrestling in a stadium like that, and I guess the challenges of making sure that the match goes well with the fans and everything else.
No, it's huge because what we do, like you said, we work for reactions. The best matches as a performer, you know, to me, are always about having those visceral reactions when the crowd is losing their minds. And you don't get that same input in a stadium. You're completely right. So one of the first things that I learned, you know, heading into my very first WrestleMania is to be patient. You have to kind of wait for that noise to come back to you. And there is a bit of a delay and it just sounds different. So it's an interesting thing that a lot of people don't really ever have to think about. But us as performers, it's definitely the way the sound hits you is quite different in a building that large.
I imagine so. All right. As I mentioned, you're on SmackDown. And like I said, right now, the Usos holding those tag team championships hard. I mean, you guys in the Usos always have great matches. But come on, it's about time. This would be it would, if you win them, it would be the 12th tag team title reign.
I think you're right. I was telling Kofi and Woods, I can't even keep up anymore. I think you're right. I think it is the 12th, but don't quote me.
Well, okay, so we gotta have you guys. Justin, I think you would agree. We gotta have the New Day battle the Usos and win the SmackDown tag team titles.
We definitely do. And also, all the sport, when it comes to sports, taking care of health plays a big factor in winning championships.
That's right.
Very true.
That's right.
And I know personally that my prediction for WWE Championship is that Big E and his team get another tag team championship.
I
Bless
agree,
you, Justin. Bless you.
I agree. Big E, come on, we got to make this happen.
I appreciate it. Yes, we'll work on that 12th or 15th or 17th reign, whatever it is. We'll figure it out.
Awesome. Before I let you go, Big E, I gotta let you guys go. But before I do, can I get a favor from you, Big E? I'd love to get a reader from you for my show. Do it however you want. The name of the show is Sports Guys Talking Wrestling.
Gotcha.
Whenever you're ready.
This is WWE superstar Big E, and you're listening to Sports Guys Watching Wrestling.
Talking Wrestling.
Talking Wrestling.
That's okay. Try it again.
This is WWE superstar Big E, and you're listening to Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. There it is. I need to write this down. My memory's horrible. Here we go. Third time's a charm. Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. That's it. This is WWE superstar Big E, and you're listening to Sports Guys Talking Wrestling.
Beautiful. There you go. All right. Justin Hunsinger, Special Olympics athlete and WWE superstar, the power of positivity. Big E, thanks for joining me. All the best to you, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.